Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting year of rounding third base. I'm your host along with your commissioner, Jamie Paez. First, I would like to welcome a new member to the league this year. Team is called Field of Dreams, and this is owned by Jim Fazone. Welcome, Jim. Unfortunately, Beyond the Box will not be joining us this year, so we do wish her the best in all of her future endeavors. But welcome, Jim. Now, first, I'd like to start off by going over a couple of important dates for everybody. First off is that the official draft date is Sunday, March 29th at 8 p.m. Okay? This has to be an online draft, which everyone has to attend. Auto-drafting just will not work with the keepers. So, I'm going to get to that in a minute a little bit more, but just so if anybody has any issues with that date, just please let me know, and we'll try to resolve it as best as we can. Secondly, draft order will be done this Thursday, so 2 days from now we will be knowing which order we're going to be drafting in. I will be doing that at the bar sometime Thursday night with Ashley. She'll be actually picking out the names out of the hat for us. Thank you, Ashley, in advance. Also, the keeper selection will be done March 26th, so a week from Thursday we'll be doing our keeper submission. That has to be submitted online. Also, I need to know where you would like to place these players, whichever round they were taken in from last year. Also, if anybody has any questions about how to find when these people were taken last year, let me know. It's very easy to do. You can just go in and look at last year's very easily. So, if not, I'm just going to put them in a designated spot if you don't do it yourself. So, just please put it in. Also, I'd like to go over some stuff that's new for this year. So now we have 9 bench spots from last year's 8. We have 2 starting catchers now instead of 1. I feel that this is going to be a very important and fun way to improve upon our roster spots because now we have this 30 teams, 10 of us, 2 catchers. I think it should make things really interesting. The items that were removed from the categories. None of the items from batting were removed. Everything is exactly the same from last year. Pitching. We removed batting average against, save opportunities, strikeouts per walks, wins, and innings pitched. All those are gone. Okay? So now this is officially an 8x8 league. If anybody has any questions with that, feel free to ask again. Also, take a look at the improvements with the league and let me know what you think. Also, all the maximum limits have been removed. Now, I know that some of the owners had issues with this from the previous years, that they would run out of innings pitched or batting or something to that nature, that they just run out of something. Now it's just unlimited for the whole year. You can put as much as you need in. The only thing is that we are limited to 70 moves. So every owner has 70 moves which they can make. Trading is a little bit different this year. I know that some of you had some issues with trading last year where you wanted more trading, which is great. You know, I encourage more trading. But this year, we have 4 trades between owners. So that means that no more than 4 trades can happen from one owner to another. That goes both ways as well. So you can do as many trades as you like between each owners. Whatever the total number is, but it's only 4 between owners. Okay? If anybody has questions with that, also, just please feel free. Now, that's new for 2015. Now, let me get into some of the costs of the entries of everything like that and what it's going to cost. Everything, the price is still the same, $200. Now, we upped the ante from last year. $130 actually goes into the winner pool now. Instead of last year was $100. Same as before, first place pays 60%, second place pays 30%, third place pays 10%. Now it's 10% of 130 from each owner, respectively. Now we do have penalties for finishing in last. Last place, you lose the whole $200, so that means $70 you do not get back. Second to last place, you lose $50, but you do get $20 back if you're in second to last, so there's a little bit of incentive to try harder. Also, that's last place and second to last place will not be eligible for any bonuses. Okay? Incentives are something totally different, which I'm going to get into, but the bonuses you will not be eligible for. Third to last place loses 30. Fourth to last place loses 20. Now, the $20 goes towards the trophy plaque for the winner. The rest of the money, the $70, the $50, and the $30 equal $150. That $150 will be split up into 3 mystery bonus categories, which I will declare at some point in the season. Everybody's eligible to win those bonuses with the exception of last place and second to last place. So those two will not be eligible for bonus. And if they happen to be on top in those, then we just go to the next person down. And then we'll have tiebreakers and all that good fun stuff and everything too. And that'll all be laid out for everybody. Now that's as far as the cost of entry. Now let's go into the incentive program. Now the incentive program I thought would be a fun way to get more owners involved. Even if you figured that you can't be in the money, you could still compete. Now this is for everybody, including last place all the way to first place. So everybody is going to be in a bracket. It's totally optional. You do not have to do this if you do not want to do this. Completely optional. But it goes in increments of $50. So for every additional $50 you put in, you're going to be in a bracket with somebody who's also in that $50 bracket. And the more you put in, possibly the less people that are going to be in it, meaning the more chances you have. So, for example, a 9th place team and a 10th place team might be in a higher bracket than everybody else, and the two of them might be competing for some money. So this would be a good way for everybody to kind of get in there and win a little bit. Now, of course, if you go in for the highest amount and you win the whole thing, you're going to have a boatload of money coming to you. So it's just more incentive to just get in for more if you want. But it is totally, totally optional and completely up to you. But I do need the submissions for the brackets if you were interested in doing any kind of incentive. Now, what I want to do now is get into some of the keeper rules. Okay? Here's how keepers work. You can keep anywhere from 0 to 8 players. Okay? You don't have to keep anybody if you don't want to, but if you keep them, you have to keep them in the round of which they were drafted in the year before. These players can be kept for up to 3 years. Each year you keep them, they have to be kept in a year, in a round earlier than the round that they were drafted in initially. Okay? Those are only for keepers. Okay? Now, the way it works, like, for example, in the 3rd year, if you were keeping somebody in the 1st round, now that those 1st round players, there's no 0 round. That means that every 1st round player who was kept the next year just goes right back automatically into the player pool. That's how that works. That's why we keep them in a round previous in the 3rd year. Okay? So, now free agent pickups from the previous year can be kept in any round. So if you picked up a free agent gem like Corey Dickerson, or I'm just thinking off the top of my head, for example, maybe a closer who won the job, or if you want to keep them and you pick them up off free agency, or just somebody who just turned out to be an absolute monster, like I think Blackman had a really good year, and I don't remember if he was drafted or not. I would have to look, but wherever he was taken, or if he was a free agent, you could take him potentially in the last round. So that's how that works. And this, like I said, this all has to be submitted online so I can get everything in order so we have a nice smooth draft. And then also anybody who was keepable. Now this was already taken into place last year. We already eliminated this. If they didn't bat or pitch at least 1 at bat or a third of an innings pitched, then they were not keepable. So we do not have a farm system. There's nothing like that. No prospects. Okay, it's all players who've played in the major league. So now we have some exceptions. So say, for example, if you have 2 keepers, say you made some trades and you got 2 keepers in the same year, or the same round. You have the option of keeping both players, but what you'd have to do is you would have to keep 1 player in 1 round and 1 player in an earlier round. Okay? So if you have 2 first rounders and you're thinking of keeping them both, you can't. You can only keep 1 first rounder because there is no 0 round. But if you have 2 second rounders, you can keep the second rounder in the second round and the other second rounder in the first round. Totally up to you. But no first round keepers. 2 as far as that goes. So, now I placed all the information. Everybody has an equal opportunity. So anybody has questions or concerns, anything like that, just get to me. I will be happy to help anybody in any way possible get through this league and make it fun and exciting. There's no secrets. You know, we're all friends here. We've all done this for a while. I try to make this as fair and as fun of a league as possible for everybody. And that's pretty much cut and dry. So, now if a player last year was dropped, traded, added, whatever, to another owner, the keeper only matters where that person was drafted. It doesn't matter whose team they are on right now. So if you say, well, he was dropped and then picked up and then he was traded to another team, that makes no difference. It was where they were drafted that makes a difference as to where you can keep that player. Okay? All right, if you, let's see here. Now, we do have some exceptions. Players that were injured, suspended, anything like that after the keeper deadline, which there will only be a couple days. But if it does happen, you know, we can make exceptions to that if something like that happens, because we don't want to see anybody get screwed the last day or two of the season. Now, once the season starts, hey, you're on your own. But, you know, we want to try to make this so everybody has an opportunity. Okay, I think that's it as far as the keepers go. So I think that's pretty much covers everything. And like I said, please get your keepers submitted in. And I'm going to post some stuff on the website to let everybody know when the keepers are going to happen and when all the other stuff is going to happen. So I'll keep everybody posted and give everybody a fair warning as far as what's going on. But most importantly, let's have a great season. I do have one more topic. That topic is we do need one more owner. We have an available team. If anybody knows anybody or knows if anybody's interested in getting in a league like this, just please put the word out there. You know, we do want to get good, solid owners, people who are not going to fall off at the end or not pay attention, and it just makes it's just no fun for everybody when that kind of stuff happens. So please, if you know anybody, the team's out there. I'm hoping to get it filled up soon. I have a couple of people who are interested. I'll keep everybody updated as far as that goes. So that's it. And thank you for listening, everybody, and have a great night. Thank you very much.